Hi, my name is James MacPhail and I'm the winemaker for Sequana Vineyards. I want to take a minute today and talk about the new 2009 vintage of Sequana Pinot Noir. There's going to be 5 Pinot Noirs from Sequana this year. So let's talk a little bit about the brand, the Pinot Noir, the style, the vineyards, the winemaking. Sequana started first vintage was 2007, and it was comprised of a Santa Lucia Highland, Dutton Ranch, and Sundawg Ridge. Going forward, Sequana will be comprised of a Russian River appellational blend, continue with the Santa Lucia and the single vineyards of Dutton Ranch, Sundawg Ridge, and Lakeview. The Russian River appellation is one of the premier appellations for growing Pinot Noir for a number of reasons. 2 of them being, of course, soil and climate. Climate, it's very unique. It's been said that it has the most number of microclimates of anywhere in the world. And one of the reasons why is because of its proximity to the Pacific Ocean. And off the Pacific Ocean, we get our fog. Very cool summers as the fog comes in, comes up the valley, cools down the vines, which Pinot Noir loves, and then burns off during the day and heats everything back up again. But it stays a very temperate climate even during the day. So even when the fog burns off, it stays 80, maybe 85 degrees on an average summer day. And Pinot Noir loves that. The soil is also very unique. It's old riverbed. It is aptly named for the Russian River, which runs right through the valley. So it's sandy loam, very rocky soil in some places as well. So it drains well, which the vines like. And so you put all those factors together, and it's what makes not only the Russian River unique, but perfect for Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is a very thin-skinned varietal, so it's very delicate, and we want to transfer that, of course, that delicate nature, that finesse, that elegance that is captured in Pinot really starts in the vineyard, so that's why it's a little bit more labor-intensive. All the fruit is hand-picked, hand-sorted, both in the field and at the winery, and once we get it here at the winery and it's sorted, it goes into the tank, whole berries, and it starts its primary fermentation. We use primarily indigenous yeasts, so whatever yeasts are in the air or in the skins. Once the primary fermentation is done, drain that free run straight to barrel, gravity flow if possible. And once the free run is in the barrel, we do the botonnage, which is the stirring of the lees. We do that every week for 4 months. And what we're doing is we're stirring up the dead yeast cells, the sediment that's falling out of the wine, and mixing it kind of back into the wine. And that's very important because it gives texture and weight to the wine. So this 2009 Russian River Valley is very typical of a Russian River in its color. It's a bright garnet colored. It's beautiful. It's a little bit transparent. It's 100% Pinot Noir. And on the nose, you get the classic Russian River characteristics of rose petal, little strawberry, leaning a little bit more towards the bright red fruits, raspberry, Bing cherry. Nice spice to it. Has some sandalwood, kind of nutmeg, coriander spice going on to it. Has a hint of cola that you get sometimes from the Russian River appellation, just because it does get warm sometimes during the day, so a little cola aspect. One of the reasons I absolutely loved crafting this 2009 Russian River Valley Pinot Noir is that it's a beautiful representation of the sum of all the single vineyards. Stylistically, it really brings together all the unique characteristics of the Russian River. The bright red fruits, the spice, a little bit of the cola, and makes for a very approachable style of Pinot Noir that can be enjoyed on its own or also with food. Sequana was chosen for the name because she's a great example of the birthplace of Pinot Noir. She is the protectorate goddess of the Seine River as it flows out of Burgundy, and it pays homage to the birthplace of Pinot. And there's a great kind of relationship between Sequana and Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is a very feminine, ethereal, mysterious grape that is all that is Sequana.